On the Kursk front, the Russian military deployed a fiber-optic drone to shoot down a Ukrainian heavy drone bomber, providing critical support for the ground forces' offensive. Truth be told, the strike was extremely precise, thanks to the high-definition imagery transmitted by the fiber-optic drone. The efficiency of the Russian reconnaissance operation also played a major role, accurately pinpointing the location of the Ukrainian drone. The same scenario unfolds in this settlement. Russian forces locked onto a Ukrainian drone returning to base, and after identifying the operator's temporary control center, they began using a fiber-optic drone to attack the position. As the drone smoothly navigated through obstacles, it swiftly zeroed in on the target building. In a perfectly executed maneuver, the drone flew directly into the building and destroyed the control center with pinpoint accuracy. After the explosion, the building was completely destroyed, engulfed in flames. The temporary control center of the drone operator was rendered useless, its functionality wiped out in an instant. This level of coordination between surveillance and strike capabilities shows how deadly and effective modern drone warfare can be. In a recent video released by the Russian military, it is clear that they have stepped up their strikes against Ukrainian drone control centers. The next video clip shows this strategy in more detail to make it more difficult for Ukraine to maintain operational control of its drones. This is Karalyubov Island in the Kherson region, where a key Ukrainian drone control center was locked onto by Russian forces. Given the large size of the building, the Russians decided to deploy a bomber to drop FAB glide bombs on the target. The bomb hit with pinpoint accuracy, and the resulting explosion completely obliterated the building. From the drone's perspective, you can also see that this is the location of the Kherson shipyard. According to pro-Russian channels, this stronghold was one of the most fortified and well-prepared defensive positions on the western front of Kherson, also home to some of Ukraine's most skilled FPV drone operators. The destruction of this site is a significant blow to Ukraine's operational capabilities in the region. In the Pokrovsk direction, Russian Central Group troops are engaged in fierce combat with Ukrainian 32nd Independent Brigade soldiers, fighting for control of a settlement. With the support of drones and overwhelming firepower, Russian forces gained the upper hand in the assault. Ukrainian forces were eventually forced to retreat into a ruined building, but even there, they couldn't escape the relentless drone attacks. Several Ukrainian soldiers were quickly entering the basement, but unfortunately the drone locked their position again. Then the fiber-optic drone worked again and drilled into the basement entrance accurately. This T-64 tank was cleverly hidden, and unless you looked closely, it was nearly impossible to spot. However, the tracks left in the snow gave away its position. The drone locked onto the tank and struck the junction where the turret connects to the body. The impact was precise, successfully severing the turret from the hull, rendering the tank useless. Meanwhile, Russian fiber-optic drones continue to disrupt Ukrainian forces' rear in the Kursk region, destroying a significant amount of valuable Ukrainian equipment. As you can see, Ukraine not only lacks effective countermeasures against these drones, but also doesn't have enough soldiers guarding their critical assets. Russian operators are able to maneuver the drones with ease, systematically picking off these unprotected pieces of equipment, leaving Ukraine increasingly vulnerable to such precise and relentless attacks. The lack of defense allows the drones to operate with almost impunity, further shifting the balance of power in favor of the Russian forces. In the Dnipropetrovsk region, Ukrainian troops are using engineering vehicles to build roadblocks. However, such operations in open terrain are highly vulnerable to drone attacks, especially without effective countermeasures. This lone engineering vehicle, without proper protection, became an easy target. The drone operator quickly locked onto it and destroyed it with pinpoint accuracy. In this video, a Russian drone is patrolling a settlement. The movement along the roadside catches the operator's attention. As the drone closes in, the operator identifies the target as a civilian and immediately aborts the attack. In the Kharkiv region, residents of the community are casually waving at an FPV drone as it flies overhead. The drone is on a reconnaissance mission, scanning the area for potential targets. However, the locals seem unfazed, almost as if they've grown accustomed to the constant presence of drones in their skies. In the Sumy direction, a hidden S-300 air defense system nestled in the trees was detected by a Russian drone. This time, however, Russia deployed an Iskander missile to strike the air defense position. The attack was incredibly precise. The missile hit the S-300 system buried in the foliage, and the explosion sent flames and debris scattering into the air, resembling a spectacular fireworks display. The effectiveness and accuracy of the strike not only neutralized a key piece of Ukraine's air defense, but also showcased the devastating power of modern missile technology in combination with drone reconnaissance. This first-person perspective video comes from the Russian 98th Airborne Division. From the footage, it appears that the paratroopers are providing cover for a critical transport route, protecting mechanized forces from Ukrainian drone attacks. While offering this cover, the soldiers are also tasked with evacuating injured comrades. For those who speak Russian, feel free to check if my understanding is correct, and if there's anything I missed, let me know in the comments. That wraps up today's video. Thanks again for watching.
Давай, давай его вовнутрь затаскивай. Мотайте, мотайте. Он один-единственный водила был. Он сверху сбоку был, да? Да. Наблюдаем во все глаза. Вот, вот, вот. Вот. Есть. Отработали, еще один со стороны канала идет. Здесь, 300-й. 300-й, да, сюда. Давай, 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 давай. Летит, летит, одноразовый. Есть, есть, есть. Все, кто работал, красавцы! Работает десантура! Летит, летит! Вон он, над бэхой, над бэхой! Сейчас видно по нам. Где он, где он? Вон он, вон он, вон он! Работай, работай по нему! Работай, работай по нему, работайте! Давай, 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 давай! Давай, 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 давай! Есть! Есть, есть, есть!